Hi everyone, welcome back to the Dr. CI channel. In the video here today, we're going to be talking about what can you do about your avoidant attachment. Let's get started. Alright, so what can you do about your avoidant attachment? This is a topic that, again, a lot of my followers here on YouTube and on Instagram and so on and so forth have asked me to talk about. So thank you so much for commenting, everybody. Here is the topic. So what can you do if you have an avoidant attachment? Obviously, I've wrote down a list, and I have a list here of the things that I think are useful. My patients have said are useful. And I believe to be useful based on my personal kind of experiences. So here's number one. Number one is get informed. I think it's always important to be informed. People with an avoidant attachment tend to be informed anyway. They tend to try to inform themselves as much as possible. You know, they're getting on all that information. It's a little bit the lovey-dovey stuff that's hard, not so much the cognitive or the logical stuff that tends to be difficult for them. So, but still, it is important to get informed. You might have an avoidant attachment, not really know why. There might be a lot of things that you don't know about attachment. So again, a book that I would recommend there is Daniel Hill's Affect Regulation Therapy, which is just based on science rather than books like Attached or whatever, because they're just Anyway, I don't want to get started on that. So another thing that you can start doing is, in essence, start doing the things that your anxiety tells you not to do. I know that that sounds really difficult, and I know that that sounds really hard, but look, your anxiety tells you that you are safe when you're alone, when you're by yourself, and your anxiety tells you that when you're with other people, that you're somehow vulnerable. That openness is equal to vulnerability. Now, there's only one other person in the world I know that actually kind of condones that, and that's this Brene Brown or something like that, based on all the research. Sorry, no, she has done research, but based on all the research that she has done, she kind of comes up with this. Here is where I should do is that you should be more vulnerable. You shouldn't be more vulnerable. Just this very topic to a person who has avoidant attachment, who has an avoidant attachment, is confusing. You think openness is equal to vulnerability. You're wrong. I'm sorry. Actually, openness makes you more resilient and safe and secure, and closed off, isolation, avoidance, that's where your vulnerability is. So you don't have to become vulnerable if you have an avoidant attachment. You're already as vulnerable as they come. You need to be unvulnerable yourself, resilient yourself. Make yourself stronger by getting connected with the people around you, by relying on them emotionally, by opening yourself up, and by realizing that, look, most likely you might have a couple of people around you who are hurtful, but most of the people are not, and they want to help you, and they want to love you, and they want to care for you, and one is not as strong as the power of 10. So, once you start looking the math of things, of course, it makes sense that 10 people together are stronger together than a person alone. You look at it evolutionarily, together we are stronger. We are a group species in the end. That's how we survived. Our survival and strength is based on togetherness, not aloneness and isolation and by yourselfness, if you will. So, look, there's thousands and thousands of, millions of people who research has been done on to show that if you can be more connected, closer, open up more, do exactly what your anxiety tells you not to do, that you will in fact have a better life, a more giving life, more actualizing life, a more connected life, that you will actually enjoy life more. So in short, your anxiety lies to you. That would have been a great way to start the video, to say your anxiety lies to you. Might have gotten me more likes because there's a finger involved. There's a flick of a finger, and people love that on YouTube. Anyway, good for to think about next time. That's all I have. If you have an avoidant attachment, do exactly the opposite of what your anxiety tells you to do in social situations and with people, and you will find that unless everyone around you are complete douchebags, you should actually start finding that over time your anxiety starts subsiding and it starts calming down, and you're now more connected, and you're now more loved, and you're now more cared for than ever, because your avoidant attachment just wants to reject you, just wants to guarantee that you're rejected. I know it sounds strange. I know it sounds odd, because your mind tells you that your avoidant attachment is trying to prevent you from being rejected. But what you don't know, which is very unfortunate, is that your avoidant attachment, your brain, that part of you is actually just trying to guarantee, make sure that you're rejected all the time by just about everybody all the time, because no one has a chance to get close to you. So you live the life of a person who's rejected constantly. So That's what your brain is trying to do, and what you can do is not listen to that, go against that, you know, kind of push against the anxiety or what your brain wants to say, and you will find that you get much more connected, and you'll be a lot more resilient, and you'll be a lot less vulnerable in life, and you'll actually be a lot less hurtable in life, and you will have a much better time. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too confusing. If it was, let me know, and I'm happy to talk about any given one of these things again in another video. Press that like button, please, and write something in the comments. Press the bell button so I can pop up on your TV at home, when your TV on your phone, when you least suspect it. And yeah, thank you.